70. Oh, whoa. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a high-speed review with the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. So this is just going to be a lot of pretty much like flat-ish trails. There's going to be some up and down, but this is mostly going to test out those Bilstein shocks on the truck to see how well it does at higher speeds. And with all that being said, let's just get right into the video. We're starting off here in the Frontier, and again, this is our high-speed off-roading, or I guess you should say higher speed off-roading. Oh, you don't think the Frontier could do that dip?
No.
No? Come on.
Now it's a stock bumper.
You don't want to break something else today? I dented the skid plate on the TRX, the new one. So I guess I have to buy new bumpers again to get new skid. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's talk about the Frontier. So, yeah, I mean, you guys can see we're going pretty quick, and the thing that's great is we actually took the TRX through this same route, so I can kind of compare them. Now, I'm not going as quick in the Frontier as I was in the TRX, but the thing that I like about this is the smaller size, obviously, so it's a lot easier to maneuver. And these monotube shocks from Bilstein actually do a really good job of just absorbing everything. I might have to put this in the manual mode, though, because this thing is not staying in a low enough gear. Yeah, we're just gonna stay in manual mode. We're in 4th gear right now, so we can actually get some power. The 3.8 liter V6 does a pretty good job off-road. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with this at these higher speeds. I didn't think it was gonna do as well as it's doing. Woo! We caught a little bit of air there. Kind of crazy. Okay, all 4 wheels stayed on the ground, for those wondering, but we kind of lifted up with the front end a little bit. But
very floaty.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, it like makes it smooth.
This is not typical for a truck in this particular segment. So this competes against like the Tacoma TRD Pro, for example. And so you kind of expect it to be harsh, especially when you're going at high speeds. And then also like the Gladiator, but the Gladiator is kind of hard to compare against because it's got the solid front axle, and so that's just always going to be harsh. But the only thing that I can think that really dampens as well as this is like the Ford Ranger with the either the FX4 package or the new Tremor package that I took off-road. And yeah, you just have like similar levels of damping, but that has different shock setup, obviously not by Bilstein. This is where we have to slow down a little bit because the signs. Hey Nissan, I careened your truck through a sign. Oops. But yeah, I mean, this is impressive on these side trails, and it's very controllable. Like this is something that I wanted to talk about in the driving review on road that I didn't really have a chance to talk about. Is this is very confidence inspiring. Like I feel like I've got really good control of the truck. I don't feel like I'm fighting with it. That's something that I love about my TRX, right? Is that you're fighting with it. It makes it exciting, but it's obviously a little bit nerve-wracking because you're constantly having to battle with the truck. Whereas this, on the other hand, I feel like I am one with the truck. As cheesy as that sounds. And yeah, I mean, we're just hauling. Like this is impressive, actually. Yeah, it's like 70. Oh, whoa. That's impressive. That was a little bit scary.
That's the other thing. Like when it's floaty, I feel like it's sketchier when you're coming down after the suspension being fully extended with the wheels on the ground.
I mean, it took it though.
Yeah. Like
that is impressive for a little mid-sized truck in the entry off-road truck segment. That is impressive. We're starting off in the next trail. And by the way, the Frontier did perfectly fine with that little mishap. Everything is all good. So good job at Nissan with the dampening and obviously with the shock reliability, right? Because some vehicles, you do something like that and the wheels fall off. This though, no siree. But anyways, continuing along. Yeah, really good here. Just super smooth throughout all of it. And I can actually, something that I like is I can actually drive around the trail. Like the truck is the perfect size, so I can kind of maneuver around the trail itself and kind of place it exactly where I want, versus something that's a little bit bigger, like a full-size truck, for example. You don't have that ability. especially Raptor TRX. Obviously this doesn't compete against them, but you know, those are so wide that you take up the whole trail. This I actually feel like I'm kind of driving it a little bit instead of just plowing through it. There's totally a bug in here. I just had a fly like go past my face. I'm like trying to focus, and then there's just a fly that's like, yeet. Tons of dust. Yeah, that's weird. The water's like moving. Sorry that I'm not talking a bunch for this point in the POV. I'm just kind of letting you guys watch the driving. I don't want to get the truck too dirty. I know that would look cool for glamour shots, but oh, I meant to go down a gear. I have to clean this up afterwards, and I don't want to have to clean up a huge mess. See how this does with high speed stability. Woo! It's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna pull back here a little bit, pop it into third. Even though this doesn't have paddles, it's pretty easy to use with the manual shift function. It's kind of like, what's the word? That's the like a sequential. That's almost what I feel like I'm doing. The transmission's super responsive though, which is a huge positive. So we're going to slow through here. So the reason we're going slower through this section right here is if we just kind of go too fast and kind of go straight through the middle, we have enough ground clearance for most of it. That being said though, like this one right here, we're gonna want to, I'm gonna go on the side because it looks cool for the shot. Ooh. But yeah, you'll kind of like fully bottom out like with the skid plate and everything, and obviously we don't want to do that. You want to try to leave your truck intactness, and I suspect someone who is gonna be owning one of these probably is not gonna be doing anything too crazy with it. You just want to be able to go down these trails, right? You're not gonna be doing too much. There's a big rock right there. I was a little bit scared. But that's why we have skid plates, okay? Yeah, I mean, overall, the dampening's good. Stability's good, high speed. We're gonna finish off this trail pretty soon. I'd say overall, I'm really impressed with this. You guys know that I also took the Titan Pro 4X out here. That was earlier in the year, and I had the same comments on it, that I was really surprised with how smooth it was and just how well it soaked up things. I will say though, I feel like the Frontier, if memory serves me right, this feels like it almost might have a little bit better dampening ability than what you have with the Titan. It seems like the Titan was a little bit harsher, whereas this seems like it kind of soaks things up just a little bit better. We're gonna open up the window so we can get these bugs out, guys. So enjoy the wind noise and the dust. Sorry, Jinx. Now that's one more thing I have to clean out is dust. And the one bug's just still chilling on the window. He's like, I don't want to leave. This is my home now. And we're almost getting to the end part of the trail. and I'll kind of give my summarizing thoughts for you guys. So, Frontier's comfortable, has a decent amount of travel, ground clearance as well for the high-speed stuff, so you aren't going to be plowing through everything. And the shocks absorb everything pretty well. For a mid-sized truck, super impressed. The only thing that's, like I said, the only thing is the Ford Ranger Tremor I've taken off-road on this trail as well that I feel like really compares to this Frontier. And so, I mean, for 44 grand, it's a heck of a lot of truck.